cat.
What's really wild is
Get one cat.
There's
like
a lot
project
of
with the egg at school.
there's a lot of discourse right now where like a lot of times when a big movie comes out, there's like a lot of like really stupid discourse online about it. And the stupid discourse about Dune right now is there are people that are they think that the Fremen are meant to represent Palestinians, and so they're like, but if you know where the story of Dune is going, that is not that
Do they know it's a book written in the 50s?
It does not reflect well on I mean, you know, Palestinians were a thing in the 50s, but like Frank Herbert wrote this book to warn against like charismatic leaders. He said, like, for example, Frank Herbert was like a libertarian. He was like a libertarian, like climate advocate. So you could be that in the 70s. It was kind of like a hippie thing. But he said one time that he thought the most dangerous politician of the 20th century was John F. Kennedy, because everybody was just like so impressed by him, and they just kind of like went along, and then that led to Vietnam. But he wrote he wrote the Dune stuff specifically, like he had Mao and Stalin in mind when it came to Paul, and but yeah, so like. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stupid discourse about that movie right now.
They're not they can't just enjoy the movie.
Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
They got to try and launder their own like pet projects through the movie. They can't just be like, "This is cool."
Well, you know, the same thing with Star Wars. That's the U.S. and Vietnam. That's the U.S. is the evil empire, and Luke Skywalker and the boys. They're the Vietnamese, and maybe the fucking Buddhist monk burned himself alive as the Jedi. I don't know. But that's what was going on then.
Well, he didn't self-immolate in protest of the war. Did you know that? He was protesting actually something else at the time. He was
protesting that he got caught releasing documents, and he was like, while I burn myself to avoid these document charges, I think I'll yell "Free Palestine."
Oh, yeah, that guy. Wait, he was.
No, he's talking about
the guy who self-immolated.
The other guy, the guy from 60.
Well, I was originally talking about Buddhist monks in Vietnam, but there was that guy, that Air Force guy, who self-immolated like a week or two ago.
And they were celebrating him. Like there were like this like bunch of like going back to TikTok, a bunch of like TikTok Zoomers were like lionizing this guy. And there was this whole thing where H3 was he was saying like, I don't think it's good to glamorize suicide, which I think is the correct take. I didn't
even think of it from the suicide thing, because it's a different kind of suicide. And like I think suicide, when you're looking for a way out or whatever, you really need to like explore some other fucking options. It's an awful thing. However, suicide for an ideal is a different thing.
Dude, though, when you look through his old Reddit posts, this dude was fully radicalized, like full.
No shit.
Yeah, he burned himself alive.
There's a hot take.
Yeah, he was radical. I would say I'm gonna go so far as to say too radical.
I got my hot take joke. All right.
Maybe it's a bit redundant.
Fire tonight.
But he was he was just full on. Like, I guess it's just there's a lot of people where their whole political philosophy is centered on America bad, and then everything springs from that, and so you just become fully indoctrinated.
Was a hoax, Hutch?
What's up?
The Reddit thing is. Did you read shortly following?
No. So there was one specific post that was doctored, but you can't like you can go to like archived. They deleted his account, so you can't go to Reddit itself to see it, but there's an archived version of his logs, and you can just read everything that he was typing, and it was just it was apparent that he was just fully I think he tacitly endorsed October 7th, for example.
Oh, a lot of people
did. I did see that.
Yeah, a lot of people like just straight up outwardly did it on Twitter. It was funny to see like random rappers get in trouble. Rappers politics is one of my new favorite things, because it's a lot more right wing and radical than you'd ever think. Like I feel it's
right wing.
Lady rappers are super radical. They're celebrating October 7th and stuff like that. The male rappers, a lot of those dudes are right wing. A lot of those guys are Trump guys.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like there's obviously a lot of like free Palestine stuff with like younger artists right now.
Yeah.
I think like it's so tough, because it's like, obviously I think most people, I would assume all of you guys believe that the Palestinians deserve their own state and autonomy and dignity and all that. But I don't, when I get up to the line of like Hamas good, that's where I'm like, no, I'm not with you on that one.
Well, that's absurd.
I mean, we've got so much land in the Midwest. I was thinking, Taylor, that we could get all them Palestinians and just give them like Wyoming. Like, we're not doing shit up there. North Dakota.
Get to the flyover states.
It is not.
We even use those.
We'll flip a coin. We'll give them one of the Dakotas. Dude, problem? Do you know what a resource the Palestinian people could be? Look, now you don't realize this, Taylor, but first world nations are clamoring to get first pick at the Palestinian people. There's a lottery system right now, and a lucky few First Nations are going to get,
lucky few.
Taylor, it's said that if you take all the Hamas and put them in St. Louis, that the murder rate will go down.
I don't know. We could try it.